important, but enough of the short game. Let's get back to the long game, and the tee is Phil Golding's tee shot, the best of the four.
Yeah, real strength of Phil's game is his rhythm, as we saw with his tee shot. Everything works as it should do. Great sequence to his swing that allows him to create that effortless power. Also going to audition for a place on Strictly Come Dancing. For those of you at home, just look how he changes direction with his lower body first. That was creating his efficiency. Now, Philip Archer, great body for golf, very strong upper body, really uses that to his advantage, great posture, grips the club beautifully. As we saw last year, knows how to win when he gets in these situations. He's coming over that fraction, and that's why we saw it disappearing left. I'd expect to see an improvement from there on in.
2007 winner Steve Cowell, first ever Trilby Tour professional champion, watching alongside William.
Now Phil Golding, after that stunning 3-wood in, early opportunity to stamp his authority all over this playoff and really send out a signal to the other three players. Just coming through that collar there.
Oh, it's good. Oh, that's a guaranteed birdie for Phil Golding, so a solid start from him, but not quite the dream start that he was looking for.
No, and although we saw a good shot from Phil Archer, nobody else is guaranteed a 4 here, so that's giving the guys something to think about at this early stage. Really starting to put the pressure on.
So a decent marker thrown down by Phil Golding. Just acknowledging the applause of the crowd and some congratulations from Phil Archer's caddy.
Yeah, Neil Rowlands, a bit unlucky with his tee shot, iffy second shot, slightly tentative here with his third. Got to make something happen. I'd expect to see an aggressive putt here, just off that right hand side. Some concentration there in the gallery.
Absolute silence as Neil Rowlands hit that. He'll be disappointed that he didn't give it more of a chance, but walks away uninjured from that first hole. But you know, these are the pros, these are the guys that are looking to make a birdie, if not eagle, at this hole.
Yeah, the guys will be setting out expecting a 4 here, certainly no worse than a 4. Now Tom Reed needs to settle himself down quickly with only 3 holes. Doesn't have a lot of time in this playoff. Good looking stroke there.
Oh, beautiful. Well, it was a fantastic third shot in, and he's got his reward by sinking the putt for a birdie. And Tom Reed is level pegging with Phil Golding going to the second tee. How about that?
Yeah, great 4 there from Tom. Hopefully that settles him down. He's really got to get involved in this playoff. Doesn't want to be a bit part. Now, Philip Archer. Done everything correctly after that tee shot. As we've seen all day, sticks to his routines, takes his time. And he won't want to give up his title easily.
He's been worried that the putters run hot and cold at the start of this season. Certainly needs it to be hot here.
Yeah, doesn't want to let this chance slip away.
Well done, Phil.
He's just dribbling to the right, but catches enough of the hole. And a 4 goes down on the scorecard. He looks like he's battling, doesn't he, all day long.
He has scrapped like a lion today. And a chance to look back at that Tom Reed putt. This was the putt that kept him in it and meant that there isn't any daylight at all between him, Phil Golding, and Phil Archer heading to the next hole. But before we go off to the 17th tee, let's hear once again from the panel.
3 birdies at 4 players, and I've got to say that is an unbelievable birdie from Tom.
Tom has had a massive result there. He's hit a real wide one off the tee, but got lucky and stayed out of the hazard. Did what he could and laid up, and really good up and down from sort of 70, 80 yards. So fair play to him.
And I mean, we expect sort of pros really to birdie par 5s, but on this next hole now, are they all going to go for it?
I think they will. I'd be very surprised if anyone lays up today. I think with it being the format, that it is, they've got to go for it really.
And who's the clever money on at the moment, Richard?
I think if I was a betting man, I'd be certainly looking at Phil or Phil actually, the two Phils. Yeah, I mean, these are the guys that are the most experienced out here, and I think that will show over the next 2 holes.
Let's get down to the next tee where it's going to get really exciting. Back to you, Simon.
Thank you, Lee. I couldn't agree with you more. A massive challenge ahead for our 4 players in this Trilby Tour playoff final. And I think the big question hanging over everyone's head: who's going to go for it? Who's going to lay up and take a tactical route to this green? Find out after the break. Welcome back to the Buckinghamshire and to the Trilby Tour professional playoff final. Cracking contest so far. Tom Reed, Phil Archer, Phil Golding and Neil Rowlands heading for the 17th. The rain is tipping down. Let's take a look at what lies ahead. Great hole this.
Yeah, second playoff hole, measuring 320 yards. Tee just been moved up, just 1 tee block today, just to bring the green in range. However, the weather, the rain, temperatures dropping slightly, just going to give the players something to think about. Really will be a beautifully executed shot to make it onto the green today. Expect to see a couple of our players lay up into this area here with that flag in that back left corner. From there, it's a fairly easy wedge shot. But obviously, again, if the players go for it, it does open up that opportunity to make an eagle.
Yeah, Scott Drummond was convinced that everybody would go for it, and that was probably about 5 minutes ago. The rain now lashing down. There's a bit of a breeze as well. And Tom Reed, the first one to give us an indication that he's not going anywhere near the green. He's going to put this in a decent place to the right-hand side of the water and give himself a shot into that flag.
Yeah, out there with his trusty 5-wood. Beautiful shot. And as we said, that's going to give him the best look at the flag. Great shot there.
Well, is anybody going to go for it? I think that's the question now. Out comes the iron for Phil Golding. Missed his opportunity for an eagle at the first playoff hole. He's going to go ultra safe. This is exactly what he did in regulation, Matt, but he made a bit of a rickets of it.
Yeah, after a stunning drive on the first playoff hole, I'm surprised to not see him go with the driver, but sticking to his strategy of the day. An identical tee shot to earlier.
Well, that music, an indication that Phil Archer has rather different intentions in mind. In the wind and rain in regulation, he drove just to the side of this 17th green. He clearly fancies his chances again. The big man has got the big dog out. Here we go. Good strike. He likes it, does he? Oh no, it's just leaking away. Not by much though, Matt.
No, it's only just clambered over the water. I think that for a moment there he thought it was wet, but again leaves him that real nice little chip up the green. Now Neil Rowlands, 1 shot back at this early stage, taking the water on.
Well, he has definitely changed his game plan from earlier when he told Richard Simmons he was going to lay up here at the second playoff hole. That is a dream shot. What a beauty from Neil Rowlands. He's on the green and he's certainly back in business. Just look at this rain chucking it down, but the guys haven't reached for the waterproofs, Matt. They are so caught up in the moment.
Yeah, look at the tension on the faces there of the two Phils. Both European Tour experience. Phil Golding having one out there. Expect to see them slightly calmer than this. This is the drama that the Trilby Tour creates.
That was a pretty good hit from Phil Archer. Certainly went the distance. Not quite on the dance floor. This man, Neil Rowlands. What a belting tee shot from him. On the green and certainly back in action.